The Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus is here. As it has been for many years, this is the most awaited Android phone of the year. But does it have enough to quench the thirst of hardcore Galaxy fans? Let's check out. One thing you can't expect anymore from Samsung is a change in the design pattern of its flagship. Even though Apple changed the convention by launching the iPhone X, Samsung is not playing ball, and you can't expect anything out of the box from the Korean giant anymore. If you were waiting for a breath of fresh air with the design, you have just been hit by a desert storm. The Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus looks like the S8 Plus and the S7 Plus. But then the lilac purple is really stylish and suave, and it's loud, but it's something you would really like to carry in your pocket. With any smartphone, everybody is looking inside the hood, but we tend to forget the fact that the display is the most crucial bit as you are engaging with it all the time. And if Samsung knows how to make one thing, that is displays. And the S9 Plus has a stunning display again. The Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus has a stylish yet functional display. It is subtle enough for the lock screen to work really well when it's always on, and it is bright enough for the screen to be really functional if you are out there in the sun. Samsung has been doing the curved screen for quite some time now, but it's no longer a gimmick. It's really functional too, as you can tuck away a lot of apps here. If you saw how Samsung launched the S9 and promoted it since, you would be forgiven for thinking that there is no processor inside this phone. Samsung hasn't even uttered a word about the Exynos processor that is available in the Indian market with its S9 series. But the processor is not just about specs. It's about the experience. And with the S9 Plus, the experience is really great. It is top notch, and it is the best that you can get in an Android phone right now. Samsung wants you to look at this phone purely for its camera capabilities, and that is where the engineers in Korea are pushing the envelope. Samsung's reimagining of the camera means the S9 has dual apertures, which actually shift from f1.5 to f2.4 depending on the light, and that is out of this world. With a Pro mode that actually makes great use of the capabilities of the camera, I will actually go out and say that this is the best Android camera available right now. And there is one more thing with this camera. Samsung is pushing in super slow motion. It's not really new and has been done before. But the way Samsung is doing it doesn't give you a lot of control. You need to have your subject in a box, and that's a bit hard to do. Super slow-mo is not something you really want to try out in bad light. But if the conditions are right, the light is good, and you have your subject in the yellow box, you might just come up with something spectacular. Competing with Apple's Animojis, Samsung is bringing in the AR emoji. It is fun, but that's about it. The AR emoji looks nothing like me. In fact, anybody with a spectacle looks the same on an AR emoji. What Samsung is generally doing is typecasting certain types of people to look like certain emojis. I wouldn't really want to share an emoji that doesn't look like me. I just don't get the point here. I'm not surprised that the AR emoji didn't work for me, because the Samsung phone really struggles to identify my face. Thank God for the fingerprint scanner, because at least I have a backup to unlock this phone. Smartphones are supposed to be smart, but the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus with Bixby inside is a little bit smarter. It's using a lot of technologies to translate stuff on the fly, even from text. And for me, that is what technology should be doing. And I will buy this phone just for that feature. Samsung might not have gone for a lot of big gimmicks in this phone. That is, if you just ignore the AR emoji. But in the process, what it's done, it's made a very solid Android phone. and that sort of ticks all the boxes and works the way you want it to. Is this the best Android flagship of the year? Yes. Is this the best phone you can buy? I'm not sure about that.